Yo, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Grand opening, grand closing. Yo, what's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? Welcome back to another episode of Digital Streets right here with the Godfather Zaire. You know what I'm saying? Next Gen 720. You know, we're the true purveyors of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. We you know, it's just us two. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do it. We're the most hated, but the most loved. You know what I'm saying? We're scholars and we're destroyers all at the same time. This is how it is, man. My man, Next Gen 720.
What's going on, good brother? How you feeling today, man?
Killing it with them Twitch streams, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just having fun, man. So having fun, getting ready, man. You know, enjoying my Xbox Game Pass. But nah, what's going on, man?
Oh shit, chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Been busy week, but you know, been gaming for a few. I'm trying to hit up my backlog before Spiderman comes. You know, because that's what everybody's waiting for. Bro.
That's what was about 2 weeks though, right?
Yeah, September 7th, man. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I knew I was hyped for God of War, right? But I'll be honest, I haven't been hyped for a game like in so long like this one, bro. I didn't think as we got closer to Spider-Man that I'm actually thinking about the fucking game every fucking day, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but like the more I see the trailers, the more I see, you know, the videos, the gameplay walkthroughs, I'll be like, man, this shit fucking, this shit's off the hook, bro. This game is gonna be huge, yo. What do you think about that? Like the train. Let's just move into the topic. They fucking painted a train for this shit. You know how many millions of New Yorkers go through Times Square and they see this big ass train? That's why I tagged you, because I know you preach be the behemoth that you are. Like, you want to go, if you want to win big, you got to go big. You understand what I'm saying? Like fucking Babe Ruth says, everything he does, he swings big. He don't go for bullshit base hits. He's swinging for the fences. If he strikes out, he's striking out big. If he hits the ball, he's going to hit the ball big. But whatever he does is going to be done big, because that's the only way to do it. These motherfuckers had a whole train in New York City.
Yeah.
For this one game. What do you think about that?
I think it's genius. Like I said, perception is everything. And I've been screaming, if Microsoft to be the behemoth they are. And when I'm going to be honest with you, when it just comes to that right there, and marketing, advertising, mind share. Sony has really been head and shoulders above the competition. And that's, like I said, that's why I question a lot of these Xbox guys. I'm sitting back like, yo, you can't be an Xbox. Like, you know what I mean? I give you an example, right? Hear me out. At the start of the generation, there's no secret, whatever, Sony didn't have the biggest games, right? And go back and forth for shits and giggles with people in the comments section. They come with, we got MotoGP 19 and Godzilla. Man, we're not. I'm talking about the big blocks.
Tapico 5.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Octodads and Brazil. Like, no, what the fuck is the games, right? And then I don't know what the fuck happened. Somewhere along the fucking line, I don't know, these motherfuckers got CT. What's that shit? CT scans? What the fuck going on?
Cats.
Yeah. Like, these motherfuckers done flipped the script, right? The whole shit done changed. You got these same motherfuckers that was with me. So, like I said, when used to be an Xbox guy, right? And we've been had talks about this throughout the years. Don't use the big games, whether you like them, when that's all subjective, whether you like the hate. And I don't even like Halo. I'm not even a Halo guy, you know this. I love Gears, Halo, Gears 4. I'm just used to the big type of game. Microsoft going all out. You walk into 7-Eleven and get a sushi at late night. You see Master Chief or you see Marcus Phoenix in there. That's what I was used to. And it's like Microsoft, I'm sorry, like Sony just really honestly just stole Microsoft thunder, literally. Get over here, took their goddamn soul, and it's again, it's great for gaming. It's all out there. We're talking about you going to Times Square, Manhattan, 34th Street, you see a goddamn Spider-Man train. Yeah. A train. Like, I mean, that's crazy. Listen. And that's why why I said again that Spider-Man's gonna be bigger than God of War, because it is. You know what I mean? Like,
in terms of merch,
yeah, it's just overall, just the character itself. You know what I mean? Like, probably maybe the next God of War, you might see a God of War train. Yeah. But Sony, what it is, because again, I know that God of War exceeded Sony's expectation. But whether you like, here's the people who don't understand, whether you like Spider-Man or not, it's cool. So which I don't understand. You got people talking about, I'm more of a DC guy, I'm more of a Batman. It kicks. Fuck all that, right? Fucking Spider-Man is Marvel's #1 selling goddamn character when it comes to merch. Yeah, it's nothing more popular than Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have kids going to train to go to school in the morning. Oh shit, mom, I want this new Spider-Man game. Most likely they already have a PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? And again, that sets the tone. You know, so I even when people out there saying that, hey, you have Spider-Man games in the past, but there's none of them. You never got a goddamn Spider-Man train. You know what I mean? Like there's a fucking difference, man. Like you know what I mean? Like I get tired of going, crapping on my dudes. I love them to death, but goddamn, dog, I knew I was a hell of a father. That shit is beyond Z. Like we've never got a goddamn game or Spider-Man game to the level of this right here. Never. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there's no level of hype and backing and foundation to this game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing like. In fact, there's not that many games. Only like a few big guns get hyped this much. You know, the Halos, the Gears of War. You know what I'm saying? Where they get this much fucking notoriety. I mean, fuck. Like you said, they put a goddamn train in the middle of Manhattan. You literally will have to be blind to not notice. Millions of New Yorkers are seeing this fucking train in and out, and they're like, even if you don't know shit about gaming, right? Like, you know, you got dudes that don't follow gaming at all, right? You know, they got their little Wall Street newspaper. They got their fucking, you know, Starbucks fucking caramel macchiato, and they're walking in the train, right? In their suits and briefcase. Then all of a sudden they walk in and they're like, what the fuck am I, like, what the fuck is this? And they're looking around. They're like, I'm in a Spider-Man train? Like, what the hell? And then they're going to fucking wonder, like, what the hell am I in here for? And they're going to see Spider-Man. And then even if they don't buy a game, right, they could be thinking, oh, shit, you know, I wonder if my nephew would like something like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of marketing, that even people who don't care about video games, if they get some type of knowledge behind it, you know, through marketing, they might think of other people. They might think, damn, my little brother might like this. Damn, my nephew, my son. Holy shit, you know what? I might ask my nephew, or I might ask my godson or goddaughter. Hey, I was in a train with Spider-Man. Do you like that? Do you want that video game? Oh, yeah, but it's on PlayStation. Don't worry, I got you for Christmas. Or I got you for Black Friday. And that's it.
It's huge, bro.
It's a wrap. You know? That's all it takes. You know? You got people who don't normally pay attention to this. They have no choice but to wonder, because they're in a goddamn train that's all red. Every single advertisement in the train deals with Spider-Man. You saw like the Daily Bugle. You saw the chair that was painted that looks like there's a newspaper on top. And everywhere they go, they're like, holy shit, what the... I mean, yo, even the movies didn't even get this much. Like Spider-Man Homecoming, they didn't even make a train for that. There was no train for that movie. Yo, you all right, dog?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh shit! I was like, oh shit, my man's getting his insulin shot.
Oh no, I mean, I was looking for I was going to your page. I'm here, bro.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? But that's just crazy. Now here's my thing though. Why? And I can understand there's people who don't know much about gaming, but why are the dudes that know about gaming? You know, like the crap gamers, fucking, you know, the dealer gamings. You know, all those other dudes pretend to be like, well, I don't see the difference between this and any other Spider-Man. Like, how can you
already know the answer to that? You already know the answer to that.
I need you to say it.
You don't need me to say it. You know.
Say it. I'm out here like Harvey Dent talking to Commissioner Gordon. Well, what was the nickname they gave me? I don't want to talk. Say it. I'm in the hospital, all half burnt. Say it.
Hey, yo, listen.
Say it.
You already know what it is, man. That's the you know what's crazy, right? Instead of motherfuckers just coming out and say, fine, fuck it, guys, go out there and question my integrity, right? And I always get pegged at being the most honest. I tell you that my integrity is always in question, right? Instead of these motherfuckers going out and be honest, hey, we doing this shit for the console war. It is what it is. This shit ain't on Xbox. Fine, fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, but you can't fucking downplay this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Look. Here, I have a new thing, right? Not a thing, but other thing. When you think of Nintendo, you think of Nintendo for the iconic franchise, right? Whether it's Mario, whether it's Zelda, whether it's Mario Kart. Well, if you like those games, and again, all this is subjective, right? And I said, like Sony's on some Nintendo shit right now, bro. Like they're really, when it comes to their exclusive content, they're really firing on all cylinders. fucking God of War, Detroit, Spiderman, Last of Us. What else coming?
Ghost of Tsushima.
You know what I mean?
Don't fucking
It's like
yo.
God damn, dog.
You know, and here's the funny thing is with Sony, like, all right, so they didn't announce any new AAAs at E3, right? Which I think was kind of shitty, but it is what it is. But we also have to know that E3 is not the final stop for PlayStation. Like, for example, some of the new IPs that were announced wasn't at E3. Like, we have Spider-Man that was announced at E3, Detroit and Horizon Zero Dawn was announced at E3, right? But Ghost of Tsushima was announced at Paris, right? Gamescom. The Last of Us 2 was announced at the PlayStation Experience. So Sony, I don't know who or when, how they decide what to show what. But I think it's safe to say that no show is the final show. Like Xbox, after E3, you're pretty much done. Because traditionally, they don't show new games anywhere else. If it's not shown at E3, you're pretty much gonna have to wait till the next E3. Because they're not the type to show a big brand new Xbox exclusive at Gamescom. They might do it for PC, but they didn't do it for Xbox. And then they don't have anything to finish off the year. They don't have like a big show at the year. So pretty much if they ain't announced a big game by E3, then you're pretty much gonna have to wait till next E3 to see until they change their system. That's all you really get. But with PlayStation, you don't know what or when you're gonna get. For now, like when they announced Paris Games Week, they could announce a new AAA there.
Yeah.
For all we know. Or they can't wait till December and be like, hey, we got a new blockbuster AAA game to announce. And you're like, oh, shit. They could pick and choose when to announce or whatever announce. You know, because Europe is big for PlayStation 2. That's why they probably try to leave a treat or two for Paris Games Week. Because to be honest, I think Europe is just as big for them, if not bigger, than it is in America for the PlayStation fan base. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here rocking PlayStation. It's fucking unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And they do get a lot more stuff like the PlayStation Slim Spider-Man bundle. That's actually a European exclusive. I thought it was here in America, but no, it's for them. They get both. So I'm like, wow, bro, fucking Europeans get everything when it comes to Sony. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how their fucking funds trajectory is or what they see in Europe that we don't. But Sony caters to Europe a lot. For some reason, one reason or another. I think it's because of the sales and shit. But any event is not an ending event for Sony and stuff like that, you know? And when you think about it, it makes sense. You know, Sony really doubled downing on first party because they got the third party. They're not like Nintendo where they do stupid shit and alienate the third party developers. Sony, when they build it, really Sony and Microsoft, when they build their consoles, they go out to the third parties. What do you guys want? What are you looking for? What makes it easier for you? You know, they're always trying to appease the third party because, you know what I'm saying? That's where you make the money, you know?
Yeah.
So Microsoft, Sony, they got that on lock. They will always, bend the knee to the third party. But Sony sees they can't win or come out on top with just third party. They have to do their best to break themselves out, because when you got a console that plays Red Dead, that plays Call of Duty, that plays Battlefield, how do you break yourself out? How do you say play Red Dead, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny, Shadow Tomb Raider, all that shit on my console and not on their console? One aspect is power. That is an aspect. You understand what I'm saying? That is one aspect. Another aspect is online, but another aspect is exclusives, And I think it's easier for an average gamer to determine who has the better exclusives as compared to who has the better online. Because at the end of the day, if you play on your console and you play a game, you really can't tell which online is better than the other. Because at the end of the day, you're just playing a game. You play Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty. Unless you personally are constantly impacted by a bad network outage, you really don't notice one network is better than the other. You just, as long as you turn on your console and you play a game, that's really all it is at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So, but when you walk in a store or you walk in a subway and you see Spider-Man and you ask, oh shit, what's this? Oh, this is Spider-Man, the new game. Oh, I can't wait to get this on my Xbox. No, it's not coming out on Xbox. You need a PlayStation. Yeah, that's impactful.
Yeah, and to be fair, we just got to call a spade a spade. The exclusives. Let me choose my words wisely. I'm not saying that Microsoft has not had any great exclusives this generation or whatever, but they haven't been as impactful on the culture as Sony's has. Whether Uncharted 4, the Horizon, look at shit, goddamn God of War. I mean, I don't know, just God of War 4, just playing God of War. Now you have Spiderman, which I'm predicting is going to be bigger than God of War. After that, The Last of Us 2.
Oh my god, bro! That game was that game already sold between the remaster and original 17 million.
Yeah,
that's fucking huge.
Yeah,
for a new IP.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man,
that's but I guess again, just think about that again. That's like, whether I'll give you an example. Like Grab doesn't care for The Last of Us 2, right? This doesn't care for the franchise itself, for whatever reason, right? Which is his opinion. He's entitled to that. But what I'm talking about, the impact that it's going to have on everything, just the culture of gaming. You know what I mean? I'm not a Halo guy. I don't care for Halo.
Yeah.
But I admit that the impact that Halo has for Xbox guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can step outside the network and listen here. I don't care for the game, but this is huge for their fan base and for, and it's for gaming, period. You know what I mean? Overall, Sony has done a better job this generation than Microsoft by far. Kicked the teeth in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I said, they do have what do you call it? They have new studios, right? And what's up with these new studios that they have, which is cool. Again, great for gaming. But we're going to see, I hope at the end of the day, that they can turn out some great content. You know what I mean? Because I said, whether you're an Xbox guy, whether you're a Sony guy, it's all great games for the end of the guy. It's okay to be pro Sony or pro whatever. Yeah. But a good game was a great game, and it's good for competition because, again, I want them to go out there and compete and release great content. So it would put the fires on Sony's ass so they can go out there and compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no fun of just one. I mean, it's being honest. There's no fun of just one just kicking the shit out of the other. Like, what's the fun of that? You know what I mean? Yeah. Then you might get that cocky ass Sony again. You know what I mean? $600. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why these companies do it, but they
regress. They regress back to their bullshit. Instead of staying on the path that put them in success, they start. I don't know. It's like music artists. Yeah. And, they become popular on some shit, and now they want to do something totally different. That's like, the fuck is you doing? Like, I want to show everybody something because you made a good point on impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody could come in. Well, it's my preference. Got it. Everybody has a preference. No one's arguing. If there's a game out there, you personally liked it. That's fine. There's people who love Order 1886, and I think the game is dog shit. You know what I'm saying? But what we're talking about, especially if we're podcasters, if we're YouTubers, and we're talking about gaming as a whole, we have to step back and look at gaming as a whole and which games are impactful. You understand? For example, State of Decay 2, right? There are Xbox gamers that love it. They put in 200-300, my man out there, old gaming demon, saying, I put in much more hours in State of Decay 2 than I would in Spiderman. Spider-Man's going to be one and done 30 hours. I got that. You personally we'll put in more hours in State of Decay 2. But the question is, which game is going to be more impactful and which memorable? So, as evidence, I want everybody to see I shared my screen. Everybody could check out my screen. Everybody sees it, right? Yeah. Again, this is not me coming up with an opinion. I am showing something factual. This is Microsoft's website, and they list the top 50 games that are most played on Xbox. This is them. This is information they show publicly, right? Try to find State of Decay 2 on this list.
Yeah, you're not.
Look at the list so far. Watch.
Yeah.
You're not going to find it. You see 2K17.
Yeah.
You see Call of Duty Black Ops 2 backwards compatible. You see No Man's Skies on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight. Sims 4. Master Chief Collection. Plants vs. Zombies. Goddamn Darwin Project. Titanfall 2, which you were part of the community, said the game flopped on Xbox because the multiplayer is not that good. They treated they spat on the face of Xbox gamers, so it was a sales flop, right? But apparently, there's a lot of Xbox gamers still playing the game. Where the fuck is State of Decay 2? There's no impact. The game had little team. I mean, you have to ask: is it even worth making a part 3 at this point? Should Undead Labs focus on a new IP and try that? Try something new, because obviously State of Decay 2 ain't it. Now, sure, is there some people out there playing it? Sure. But when you got games like Titanfall 2, Darwin Project, Sims 4, 2K17 being played more, then you have to ask yourself, is this franchise even worth it? Is it impactful? Is this really what Xbox gamers really want? What do you think about that, bro? Do you think Undead Labs should continue full force with a State of Decay 3? Or do you think they should be like, you know what?
You know what?
Let's do a
well, here's the thing, right? And this is why it comes when I say, well, motherfuckers have to be honest. You know what I mean? Instead of going out and defending this dog shit and saying nothing wrong with it, people are just toxic, X, Y, and Z. You guys have fun with your Sony games. Well, I didn't heard so many different reasons why, and that we're the problem, not Microsoft, for releasing this dog shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Maybe it could be if it's treated and given like a true AAA goddamn game. You know what I mean? Not the State of, because that was State of Decay 1.5. That wasn't 2. That was some dog shit. You know what I mean? If they can do it again with the proper resources and give it what it needs to be, you know what I mean? They handle with the of a Gears or a Halo, then maybe it could be something. You know, have a true PvP mode, your camp versus my camp, with battling for supplies. If they can do the game like that, then yeah, sure. But if they're gonna go out there and gimp the motherfucker again, then no, hell no. You know what I mean? Again, a title like that, if you think about it, does have promise. You think it would be huge, but it was dog shit. It was dog shit. It looked like a goddamn 360 title. That's what some motherfuckers got to be honest. We got to get the biggest knife in the drawer. We got to cut the bullshit out and be honest. And
now, like you said, if they're not honest about this, how do they expect better? Like, here's the thing: if they damage control State of Decay 2, right? If they damage control Super Lucky's Tale, Recore, fucking Disney Adventures, fucking what's the game with the original assets? Fucking Phantom Dust, right? If these guys constantly send that message, damage control for Microsoft, then what is Microsoft receiving? Do they think they could keep releasing these games and the Xbox community is cool with it? When in reality, it's like, no, it's not cool. Like, do you think Microsoft's receiving a bad message? Or do you think Microsoft realizes, damn, we released dog shit? Even though we got dudes that's gonna fucking, do this nonprofit work on our behalf. In reality, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Hey, bro, you know what, bro? I don't even fucking know.
Because
I think they think they should maybe more John Blaze, because you had motherfuckers who think Shannon Lobsters out there defending Lucky Tales and shit. I don't know, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing for these dudes, doing these nonprofit work. Okay, fine. But the real important shit is, does Microsoft realize these games are dog shit? That's really the key. Because like Sony, like you had dudes like, on PlayStation, man, Gravity Rush 2 is fucking awesome. It's awesome. It's dope. It's dope. Sony's like, yeah, nah, we shutting down the service, dog. Like, nah. We appreciate you like the game, but nah, this ain't cutting it. This ain't it. We appreciate the support, but yeah, we ain't doing this no more because y'all really don't like this. You understand what I'm saying? Sony's like, yeah, we shutting down the service, and then everybody's like, whatever. Sony's like, nah, we appreciate the few people that like our games, but that's not enough. Y'all really don't want this, so we're not doing it. Does Microsoft have that mindset? Do they see, hey, we appreciate you guys supporting Super Lucky Tales, but yeah, you're not getting a sequel. We're not wasting our time with that because y'all really, the majority don't want this game. Yeah, we're not going to do fucking this game. What do you think? Do you think Microsoft has the people to realize, my God, we released dog shit?
Again, it's like the gift and the curse, because I would love to see them to invest into an IP that make it be successful. You know what I mean? Whatever they keep. Like I would love to see like a State of Decay 2 or no, I'm sorry, not State of Decay 2, Sunset Overdrive 2 or Rise 2. You know what I mean? And see what they can actually do with it. You know what I mean? And then you have things that I know they're going to do. Probably most likely we're going to most likely get a Recore 2. Like that's
going to make a Recore 2.
Yeah. They say someone took a picture or some shit, or the actress that played in it had in a mocap suit or something, you know what I mean, doing some shit.
They got to make the game bigger. That's the like I can understand. All right, you want to give the IP a second chance, but you can't repeat. It's like Uncharted, right? The first Uncharted was welcome good, but Gears of War slaughtered it, because they didn't have multiplayer. The campaign was short, but it was a foundation for something better. Cool. But when Naughty Dog released Uncharted 2, that shit was fucking a phenom. They upgraded the game in every facet. That's what Microsoft needs to do with Recore too. Fine, you create a game, right out the gate, didn't do so well. But what are you gonna do to make it bigger, better, to where people is like, holy shit, this is a big AAA? Because they can't release another $30 fucking single A title just because and think that it's gonna sell because it's cheap. That's not how it works. I think gamers they'll be more than willing to pay $60 for a big quality budget title, not a big blockbuster title, Vice 30, simply because it's 30 and it's a budget title. Like, I don't think gamers are interested in that. Because at the end of the day, you're putting in your time to playing these games. So if you're going to put in 10, 15 hours into a game, do you want a $30 generic game or do you want a big blockbuster $60 game? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it comes down to, let me say this. I've always said it comes to quality over quantity. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna have as many exclusive loans. They're good. You know what I mean? Impactful games. Fine with that. You know what I mean? Maybe we may not have as many as Sony or Nintendo. Cool. As long as they're good quality goddamn games. And I think, like we get into these list wars, like, well, Microsoft have released a goddamn game, and they give me a little Ash winning the dog. Like, what the fuck is this here, man? I remember kids school, fuck him. Went on this video and told me something. Yeah, when they was really mad when I compared God of War 4 with that shit to Ashen or some shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, come on, man. I ain't got shit else to compare it to. What the fuck is the
Like, here's the thing. Yeah, I remember that because you were comparing an upcoming game with an upcoming game. Then how come you didn't compare it to Gears of War 4? Like, holy shit, you played the game 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like how many times are you gonna compare? Every time Sony comes out with a new blockbuster game, how many times are you gonna compare that new blockbuster game to Halo? Like, at a certain point, you gotta realize, damn, I'm only mentioning Halo over and over and over
and over again
and over. Like, how many times is Halo gonna be compared to every single new game? That's when you have to look back and realize, man, we ain't fucking getting these blockbuster games. But they have no problem releasing controllers and shit at a cyclic rate. Like, holy shit, like. You know what I'm saying? And I understand, maybe things will change in 5 years or whatever, because they bought 5 new studios and stuff like that. My only concern is, sure, you tell a company they have creative freedom, right? Right? To me, that's an ambiguous statement, because you can have creative freedom with a budget of 15 million, and you can have creative freedom with a budget of 80 million. You still have creative freedom, but Microsoft did not mention how big of a budget these studios are going to get to express their creative freedom. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, check your Hellblade, right? Amazing game, right? Amazing game. And I'm looking forward to whatever next project they're coming on. I'm not like these pony dudes that are like, oh my God, you betrayed me. I would never want to talk to you again. No, I'm looking forward to the next year. In fact, I'm hoping for big and better. I'm hoping, because since they're backed by Microsoft, they're gonna have more than $10 million to make the next game, because I think that was what Hellblade cost. It was like anywhere. It was a low million. It was single digit, low double digit million game. It wasn't a 20, 30, $40 million game. It was like a $8-9 million game, right? So check it. They with Microsoft. Microsoft's like, yo, we're gonna fucking triple your budget. We're gonna give you 30, 40, 50 million. I'm like, woo, all right, cool, right? But what if Microsoft bought them because they can make these games with a budget of $9-10 million, and Microsoft's like, hey, you got creative freedom, here's 15 million. Do what you gotta do. Granted, the game will still be good, but goddamn, Microsoft, like, this is your studio now. You can't treat them like an indie dev. If you want Ninja Theory to be part of the big guns, then you gotta back them like a big gun. I'm hoping Microsoft treats them like one of their big guns, like the way they treat 343, the way they treat Coalition. That, hey, here's a $70 million budget, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? You think Microsoft, that's what they're planning to do with their 5 studios? Because some of these studios are indie devs. Like, they bought out the Cuphead studio, right? But they made an indie game. They bought out the We Happy Few studio, but that's an indie game again. Ninja Theory, they bought out. Like, everybody say, oh, they bought 5 studios. And I'm like, cool. But look what the studio made. 3 of them are indie games. So did they buy them to continue to make indie games? Or is Microsoft going to help them grow and become a big AAA studio? Like, what is Microsoft's intention behind some of these studios?
According to them, now again, I listen. I would hate to again question Phil's integrity, but according to well, even from what I know, because they know Ninja Theory released a digital diary or something and said one of their things about them being acquired that they had to have their creative freedom and go out there and create, bigger, whatever games. And I hold them to that. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. To me, it was just when he making this his business, why they were going to do that to buy these studios and to leave them in a box and not go out and create. At least why spend the money if you're going to do the same thing you did this generation? What the fuck is the purpose of buying these studios? That's the way I'm looking at it, to be honest. I mean, why acquire 5 new goddamn studios, right? If you're not going to let them go out there and create and be great, and if you're not going to compete with Sony, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, and again, just to leave motherfuckers on the diabetic diet, like I hope the fuck not. You know what I mean? If they do, Jesus, please bring in Amazon, bring in Google, bring us get these motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? Like I hope not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean that's the way again, Puerto Rico. That's the way that I look at it. That they're gonna go out there compete. They, they're purchasing talent from Sony. Forgot to get one of the head directors from God of War. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, what they're doing now. Sad to say, we're not going to see the fruits of their labor until, I say, next generation, at least 2 or 3 years from now. But you know what I mean? So it is what it is. You never know. So maybe next generation, Microsoft may go out there, motherfucker, and hit a home run. Ain't nothing but AAA quality goddamn. I hope so. You know what I mean? Listen, and this is what I'm talking about with George the different. Like I said, understand. Even I'm going to be honest with you, where I'm at as far as the Xbox and when it's in year on, of course, I got over fucking $5,000 worth of video games with it. Why wouldn't I play my fucking Xbox, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Right now, the way where things are suited, PlayStation and Sony cater more to my needs as far as the concept that I enjoy, that I like to play. For the last 3 years, outside of years where they have Microsoft giving me nothing. You know what I mean? This is me being honest, right? Maybe next generation, Microsoft come up that motherfucker and go back to how they were hungry and shit on the and I hope that they do. You know why? Because I'm gonna say this again. That's gonna put the fire up under Sony's ass. You know what I mean? Remember those first couple years? Well, some Sony guys are not gonna be honest. The first couple years of Sony, shit was dry. You know what I mean? Outside of the last of the remaster and blood, but they really didn't have anything. If that is the case, Sony's not gonna be able to afford to do that, or they're gonna lose market share or mind share. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to come up. They can't just sit back and hey, we have the better version of multiplayer. They're not gonna be able to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Going forward, they're gonna have to come out there and spend that money up front. You know what I mean? And put out great games, and that's what gamers fucking want. What you should want. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real, man. Next gen, I'm not getting an Xbox.
Damn, he said, "Fuck you."
Nah, fuck that. I'm going PC. I'm getting me I'm not even like you know me. I don't care about the 4K bells and whistles. I was never like that. As long as it's competent and it's good hardware and the games look good, I'm happy. You know, as long as you don't pull no Wii U bullshit, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to get the new 2080 Ti for $5,000. I'm not doing that. In fact, next gen, it's 2 reasons. One, for my channel, so I could start doing what you're doing, Big Willie style. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can't do that shit on my dog shit laptop. That shit will fucking blow up if I try to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's one. But at the same time, this is my thing. The thing that irked me. It ain't even fucking. It ain't. This is what irked me about Microsoft's E3 presentation. And this is just me. And maybe I'm one of the few dudes. What irked me was when they show Gears of War Tactics. Right? A fucking game, and it's similar to XCOM, which is on consoles, right? So they presented that, and I'm like, all right, that looks pretty cool. You know, it's like XCOM's cool. But then they said it's a PC exclusive. And I'm like, these motherfuckers, bro. Like, you making a game, like you got motherfuckers for the last 2 years talking about new games for Xbox, and you are in this motherfucker making games exclusive for PC. When your core audience that's bringing you most of the revenue, because you said it yourself, these games sell like shit on PC. No one's really buying shit from the Microsoft store. They don't even pay for Xbox Live. All the revenue, most of the game sales, all the money that Microsoft is like, yeah, we making money, is coming off the backs of Xbox gamers. And these motherfuckers are on this stage taking all Xbox games, put it on PC, and then on top of that, making games exclusive to PC. And I'm like, what the fuck is these dude like? Fuck this, bro. And I'll be honest, bro. Like this Xbox right here, all I'm really doing is playing Madden on this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I'm doing on this motherfucker. So I'm like, I can't buy another dedicated box that's not doing dedicated things. That's because that's to me what a console is. You buy a console to do dedicated things, you know, generation power, narrative flips, features. I ain't buying no fucking console for Hulu. I could do that shit on my TV that I'm playing on. And I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about, you're playing 4K Avengers. A fucking Blu-ray player costs $100. If I really wanted 4K Ultra HD movies, $100, I got a Blu-ray player. Put that shit right there in my living room. Boom, damn, done. Whatever. But the one thing I can't do is there's no other product out there that will allow me to play God of War, the new one, or fucking Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? Or The Last of Us 2. You understand what I'm saying? That is what I'm putting my fucking money down on. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to put my money down on Xbox, what the fuck are you giving me that I can't do on anything else? That's all I'm asking. Because if you want me to invest and buy your shit, Microsoft, what are you giving me? If Microsoft's like, we're just giving you Dolby Atmos, the fuck are we? Or emoji support. Yo, I saw that shit, bro. Shout out to Tim Dog, my man out here listing, great reasons on Xbox. And when he put emoji support, I'm like, I just had to log off. I'm like, I'm done. I'm logging off of Twitter. I'm done. I'm off the net for the rest of the day. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if Microsoft wants to compete with Xbox, why are they fucking giving away shit that defines Xbox? What the fuck are they doing?
Here's the thing. Here's one I'm at with it. And listen, you brought up some valid. Me personally, I don't like gaming on PC. I'm not knocking those that do. I just have a very good experience. I don't like launching goddamn games from my desktop. That's just me. You know what I mean? And like I said, whatever the fuck, I just like, you know, you don't need an Xbox to join party chat, just that, but there are other games or whatever the fuck. I'm just a console dude, and God bless your heart. Maybe you may feel suited better over there, which is cool. And for a person like you, Microsoft has taken the reason to own their console. You don't need a loan to play their games, and I get it and understand. Me, where I'm at with it, I just don't want to fucking play goddamn games on the PC. I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Now, again, with that being said, it's like the gift and the curse, and I asked Phil this, and he's never answered my question. You know what I mean? Like, you taking everything again that I loved about this console and put it everywhere. Or the Xbox Live party, this, that, and the other. I no longer need the console for things. Like I said, the things that made me choose the Xbox over the PlayStation, just overall, I no longer need an Xbox to enjoy. You know what I mean? And you're right, console gamers are the ones that talking about the Xbox division, and they make whatever $2.7 billion in net revenue in that quarter. We are the majority of the guys that give them this revenue. And it's not, and they're just looking at this goal of, like you say, of 2 billion gamers. You understand what I'm saying? And they have these grand illusions that, you know what I mean, that they can go out and touch these 2 billion gamers, but they think by them having the Halo everywhere, that's going to do that for them, which is not.
Yeah. I want to touch. Let me pay bills. My man Stuart Stokes, thank you for the super chat. He says, on a scale from Rise clone to media bias, what are your predictions on Spider-Man, especially after the Marvel making Spider-Man PS4 story canon? My man says, on a scale from Rise clone to media bias, what are our predictions? I don't know what he's asking, really. Like, what are reaction, maybe?
What are our predictions on Spider-Man after the Marvel marketing, like, as far as what this is going to receive in review-wise?
I don't know, or maybe saltiness. Maybe he's talking about, because here's the thing. The last part where he says, after Marvel making Spider-Man PS4 story canon, so so this Spider-Man is not based off, you know, even though the Spider-Man is off the Marvel universe, but the specific storyline to this game is not based off any comic, movie, or show. It's his own original story. So it's not canon to anything out there other than the names of the characters. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, you know, you got Peter Parker, Mary Jane. Sure, that's part of the Marvel universe. But the storyline, the whole thing behind Spider-Man in this game, it's his own original story. So there's no comic where you can research what's going on in this story because it's original. It's an original idea, original concept. Apparently, Marvel now wants to take the story of the game and make it canon to the actual comic book universe. So now they're taking this story, which Insomniac and the writers created, and Marvel's officially making it canon. So instead of the comic or the movie making a game canon, it's the opposite. The game is now influencing the comics, which leads you, which asks, well, I'll say this, we could talk about this. Is there potential that this game, not, the hype behind this justified simply because if Marvel's impressed with what they're reading and what they've seen with the story, that they're willing to be like, you know what? This story is so good. We're going to make this into a comic series. This is actually going to be part of the Marvel comic Spider-Man comic canon. You understand what I'm saying? So that's pretty huge.
Well, hold on, I gotta get the door, Puerto Rico. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get the door.
Oh shit. My man's out there about to shoot raccoons. So I'll say this. And I apologize to Stokes if we're not getting what you're trying to say. So on a scale from Rise Clone to Mia Bias, what are your predictions on Spider-Man? Especially after Marvel making Spider-Man PS4 story canon. Me, this game's gonna be huge. I think after when I saw that comment, I saw that Twitter where Marvel announced that the story is now canon to the Marvel Spider-Man universe. A good story is key to a game like this. Now, of course, we have to look at the gameplay, which if you saw all the trailers and live gameplay trailers and footage and stuff, the gameplay looks so smooth and buttery and fun. You know what I'm saying? I think this game's going to be like a AAA scoring game. I think it's going to be 90 and above. It's going to have ridiculous sales, ridiculous great reviews, and I'll be honest, we all know there's fanboys out there just like praying to whatever God they pray for this game to flop just so they could talk shit. And that's the reality. Sad to say, instead of using this game as an example to go after their preferred platform, to go after Microsoft, to go after Nintendo, whoever, and be like, yo, you see what Sony's doing? You guys need to do that. Make our platform better by copying that blueprint. Because there's nothing wrong with copying. That's the whole point of competition. If somebody is doing something outstanding, copy it and include it into your, in your ecosystem. Now, like Party Chat. Sony copied Party Chat for Xbox. Why? Because it was a great idea, Mm-hmm. Just look at our audience. Another one is achievements, right? When Microsoft created achievements, that shit took off.
Yeah.
Sony had to copy it. They couldn't just ignore it in damage control. Oh, nobody really wants that. Nah, people want that. So they made trophy. You got to copy great ideas. And I think that's what gamers need to understand. People need to look at what Sony's doing with Spider-Man and they need to copy it and do it for their platform. Microsoft needs to go out to Marvel, get the Hulk, I say X-Men because it just makes sense. X-Men on Xbox. You understand what I'm saying? Like they could really show out and come out with a crazy custom console based on the X. Because Xbox is synonymous with that letter, and you got X-Men, that shit could be fucking huge. An X-Men fucking exclusive game published by Microsoft, maybe Coalition or big time dev, or get a third-party dev, a big third-party dev to make it, right?
Yeah.
Show the fuck out. 1X custom console. You understand what I'm saying? X-Men, just huge big blockbuster. Make it graphically fucking balling, right? Get the best writers to write the best story behind this. Just ball out. Instead of damage controlling what Sony's doing, copy it and apply it to your own system in your own way. But dudes ain't seeing that,
Let me address this guy in the chat. It's first of all, shout out to my man. What's his name? ZX
SRTN.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he says here. Yeah. He said something about what the hell did he say? He's talking so much shit here. He said that Spider-Man getting the 83, but that's a great score, or that's something along those lines. When was the last time an Xbox exclusive got over a 60 something, man? Like we gotta cut the bullshit out, bro. I guess going by some of your answers here, or questions, things you're saying in the chat, you're more of an Xbox guy, which is cool. But we gotta be honest. When was the last time Microsoft released an exclusive? They have the masses, this game about an Xbox guys, Sony got talking about it like the way that they are Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand. Like, yeah, all right. Let's say Spider-Man gets an 83. And dude's gonna make fun of it. What was State of Decay score? What was Sea of Thieves score? What was Recore score? What was Super Lucky Tail score? These are the games Microsoft is feeding y'all. We Sony dudes ain't doing it. We ain't fucking develop Super Lucky's Tales and put it on Xbox. Microsoft's backing this shit up. Look at the last 4 or 5 games they gave y'all. Shit, a 75 would be good at this point if you could get a game. If you could get a game that gets a 75 Metacritic, it's a fucking an exponential improvement over the shit they're giving y'all. Y'all been getting 69s. That in fact, motherfuckers making fun of the next Xbox. They're gonna call the next Xbox X69. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So right now, really, the only legit big scoring Metacritic game that you're gonna get is Forza this year. Another racing game. You know, and got it. Racing games. You know, I'll be honest. It would be like me bragging about MLB The Show. MLB The Show generally does good. It generally gets high 80s. But I'm not gonna brag about it because it's just something that just comes out every fucking year. Like when you come out with a game every year, they really don't critique it hard because the gaming industry knows you can't change much on the Maddens and sports games, NBA 2Ks. They pretty much have to stay to the same formula because it's not going to be a dramatic change. You're not going to get Madden with a huge dramatic change like we did with God of War. You can't because it's a football game. Same thing with baseball. Baseball is baseball. You got a guy in the mound, he throws a ball, you take a stick and hit it. This is not going to change. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to have exploding titans come out the ground and you got to take out your chain blades and fucking fight. That's not what it is. Same thing with a racer. It's a fucking car game. You're not going to change the game. It's a car on a road making left turns. All right, you add a little snow here and there. You know, it's not going to have huge change. As long as you keep true to the formula, make it doing improvements, with physics and stuff like that, you're going to get a good score. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, pay the bills. He says, Crap said Spiderman going to get a 78 on Metacritic. Oh, crap. You got to set that shit for shock value. Listen, man. My man ain't say that. Vaughn, don't start this shit. He ain't say that shit, did he?
Oh man, I don't know, man. That's just I don't know. That's just and here's another thing. Hey, man, you know what? We gotta move on from this topic, bro. Because this Spider-Man shit. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about? You want to finish this up?
Well, Battlefield. Let's go to Battlefield.
Oh shit.
SJWs. Let's talk about it. Battlefield and the SJWs.
Yo, so people out here like, pre-orders are shit. Call of Duty is selling better, and I'm like. Call of Duty always outsells Battlefield. Like, do you remember a time Battlefield ever outselling Call of Duty?
I'm gonna be honest with you. They just said this year was going to be the year. Activision took out the campaign and just in go. You know, I said Call of Duty never changes. Every year is going to be it, but again, Battlefield picked kind of a hot spot to come in between Red Dead Redemption and Call of Duty. They're in a tough spot.
Yeah, but when are people going to realize Call of Duty is going to outsell everything? The only time I see Call of Duty get outsold is when Grand Theft Auto releases. I don't know. Maybe Red Dead might do it because there's a lot of hype behind Rockstar and Red Dead. And fucking in reality, this is actually the first authentic game Rockstar's coming out for this generation.
Yep,
because Grand Theft Auto was released last gen, and then he just remastered it. So Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't actually a current gen game. It's just a remaster, right? Or upscale, whatever you want to call it. Or port, whatever you want to call it. Rockstar is legitimately a game built from the ground up for current platforms, right? So maybe that will also bring up the hype in sales. But generally, Call of Duty year over year outsells everything within that year, other than Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Like nothing outsells Call of Duty. Nothing. You can't outsell Call of Duty. So what makes people think Call of Duty is outselling Battlefield? Because of their personal distaste of women in gaming. Like what is it? Like, what is it with people having an issue with a female on the cover? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, I honestly don't get this shit. Like, I try to go in their shoes, but I can't, like, my brain don't work that way. Like, I can't piece together why people are angry that a female is in a game. And like the reason is, it's not historically accurate. I'm like, have you seen the Battlefield games? You had a camel with a flamethrower attached to it. Like, what the fuck is we talking about?
Yeah. You know what? I don't fucking know. That goes down to some old school shit that the man is supposed to be the head of the household. I don't understand it, man. When a woman's supposed to out earn no man. Me personally, I just look at it as a game. I'm not looking at it. You know what? To be fair, right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call myself out, right? It's like and listen, I want to say that I'm choosing my words wisely. I know this is a topic situation, but you take a show like Empire. I stopped watching Empire. It was too much same-sex kissing. I just didn't get it. And maybe these guys may feel the same way about goddamn what do you call it? Battlefield. Everywhere they go, they got women on the cover. Maybe they may feel the same way about that. You know what I mean? Me personally, again, I'm not going to go out and some of this stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know, Puerto Rico. To me, it's not a big deal. It's just, I look at it as a video game. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal to me, you know? But it's just some things that we all have our pet peeves about something. And maybe this is just their pet peeve. I think it's silly as all hell. Even with The Last of Us 2. Oh, they push this SJW thing. There's no way that Ellie can take out, and what's name? Ellie can take out 5 adult men with this athletic build. Yo, what the fuck is going on here? It's a video game, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I mean, if that's the case, take the shit back to Super Mario Brothers 2 when fucking Princess Peach can float all across the screen. She can jump higher than Mario and those guys. I mean, like, I don't fucking know, man. I just think no matter what it is, that gamers are going to find what, you know, the extremists are going to find something to nag about. You know what I mean? Now, are true Battlefield gamers upset about this? I don't think so. Maybe it's more of the Call of Duty crowd. I don't fucking know. But they talking about pre-order sales now. Who the fuck really pre-order games anymore? I haven't pre-ordered a game in I don't know how long.
Especially, I think the pre-order sales that's still being tracked is like the online shit, online physical disc. I think pre-order sales is a worthless metric now because those were important back in 2000, you know, during the PS2 gen, right? And maybe even early PS3 gen where, you know, because they don't ship, they used to not ship a lot of games because I remember I forgot to pre-order Metal Gear Solid 3, right? So this was like what, 2005 maybe or whatever. And I completely forgot to put a pre-order. So when I went to GameStop, I went to pick it up. They're like, nah, you know, we're not selling it yet because we have to go through all the pre-orders. And I'm like, fuck. So I had to wait like 3 days, you know, before that. But that doesn't happen no more because like if you can't pick it up in stores, I just buy it digitally. But even then, like now, if you go to a store right now, you don't have to pre-order a goddamn thing because they have more than enough to sell to you. So really, pre-orders, unless it's a limited edition shit, pre-order, it doesn't mean anything. Pre-orders don't mean anything because standard consoles and standard games, they have more than enough in stock now. And again, if you really can't find it physical, then you just go download it digital. And there you go. And that shit don't run out. Digital don't run out. You know what I'm saying? Unless the server is down or some shit, you're going to get your game digitally. So yeah, I think you're going to see more and more pre-orders are down on everything only because it's not a necessary thing anymore. If you know what I mean? It's not necessary. It's really a useless feature now.
Oh, you got to pay the bills.
All right, what's up? Where we at?
Andrew Wilkins.
Okay, Andrew Wilkins. Let me look, man. That shit's all fucked up right now.
Oh, I got it.
Did we do Valor? Did we do okay?
I see it. It says here, crap always lies. He knows how gullible the Xbox are. He said he threw up blue food. Damn. He said he threw up blue food from trying PlayStation VR at a store, and now he says PSVR is the best thing ever. No. God damn, dog. I know he was all over.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, man? You got to be careful what you say because motherfuckers remember. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, and he was on your podcast. It was on BST. He said he went to Best Buy, and within 2 minutes, he's throwing up everywhere, right? So how the fuck you have it in your house playing games for hours? Like you found the cure? You took your, what is it, dopamine? What's that shit called? Yeah. You take your shit before you go on a boat or on a plane. Yeah, you take them pills so he's my man popping, you know, dopamine or whatever the fuck that shit's called before you play a game. Like, god damn.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Hey, listen, man, maybe he's this stuff there like for entertainment. I don't know. I listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't damage control. At the point, I just stopped trying to figure this shit out. But
Dramamine, that was it. That's what we said. Dopamine.
What is it again? Dramamine. What is it called?
Motherfucker, that's it. I'm fucking done. Motherfucker's gonna the memes is coming out.
What was the definition again? What's it called? What's that shit called again?
Dramamine. It's Dramamine. We said
Dopamine. Dramamine.
They're gonna, I already see it, bro. Me and you, they're gonna have us on the corner. Yo, we got that dopamine, yo.
Dopamine. Dopamine. Kuda.
Oh shit.
Kuda.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, go ahead.
Now, but I'm just saying, I just look at it as that, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some gamers are fucking pissed off, but I don't think it's what I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. Like, to me, I think that it's silly as all hell. You know what I mean? I'll be the first to say I think that it's silly. You know what I mean? But like, what do you think? Like, I really don't have an answer for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think?
Yo, so I honestly don't know because like. Remember when I started doing that Uncharted agenda? The Naughty Dog agenda?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking, all right, it's going to be counter videos to Robin Williams. I had no idea the world I was stepping into, bro. Like, yo, it's like me entering the dark web for the first time, bro. Like, yo, like there's shit that, like there's dudes, literally arguing with me that because they were pissed that Nathan Drake's kid ended up a girl when it should have been a boy. That's how low level. That's the levels of argument. This whole SJW versus whatever men or whatever shit's gone down to. That they're arguing over the gender of a fucking video game character.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who gives a fuck? His daughter had no influence to the gameplay of the game. Like, half of y'all didn't even beat the game to notice. Like, yo, it's wild, bro. Like, I don't get how people are projecting their masculinity or their manhood behind a video game. You understand what I'm saying? Or how people are pissed off at the historical accuracy of an event that most of them don't even care to even research or study or learn. Because if you really care about World War II or World War I and all that stuff, why are you looking towards a video game to do it? Like, that's not the way to do it. You look at documentaries, you read books. Put that effort towards a college degree in history, military studies. You're not getting school credits from playing Battlefield. You ain't getting no credits. There's no credits behind that game. It's just a game and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Some of the shit ain't even, most of the games, a lot of the things in Battlefield aren't historical accurate anyway, because they put units in places that were never there, or they create battles that never really existed. It's just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you watch a movie and they be like based on true events. The only true event may be one scene in the whole movie, but the rest of the movie's completely made up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I don't get it. I just don't get, I honestly don't get it either. Like, I'm going to play the game. If it's a good game, it's a good game. If it's a bad game, it's a bad game. I'm not going to let, fucking, whether it's a female, male, fucking female with a robot arm, I'm just not going to fucking do it. It's just, I'll be honest, I'm like you. I honestly cannot rationally see that side of the argument. It just doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, it's just a goddamn game. It's the fucking same type of game, where you got a fucking weird ass animal shooting guns like fucking Ratchet and Clank. Like, I just don't get it, bro. And the fact that people want to see this game fail, like, why you want to see Battlefield game fail? Is it really like, if you really don't like it, then just don't play it. Just move on to something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit, how you say this shit, bro? Like I said, man. How you say? I look at it lightning to rebels without a cause. I think it's silly as all hell. But here's the question: do you think that this was, or do you think that it's affecting sales? I say that the fact is coming up between Call of Duty and Red Dead Redemption. Reason why, if people are still pre-ordering, pre-orders may be low. I'm going with the latter. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The fact that it's ladies on the cover.
Yeah, that's fucking it. That I agree with you completely. It has shit to do with a lady on the cover. You think there's like 3-4 million people worried about that shit? Motherfuckers ain't worried about that shit. Motherfuckers don't even know that this shit's going on. All they know is a new Battlefield's coming out. It's World War II. They see the gameplay and they're playing it. Motherfuckers ain't that fickle to fucking worry about a French female with a prosthetic arm. Like that's not, most of them ain't even gonna play the story. They're gonna play the multiplayer. That's it. Most of them ain't even they're gonna bypass single player, go straight to the multiplayer. That's it. And they're gonna fucking just own motherfuckers, fly planes, crash shit, do some weird shit, and that's it. That's all they're gonna do. you know. But this year, this fall is very heavy. You got big hitters, you know. Red Dead is huge. Call of Duty is huge, especially with it having Battle Royale, Blackout. That's huge. Motherfuckers want to play that Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty. They've been fiending for that. Motherfuckers been feeding for that for a while. Ever since this Battle Royale became popular, that's been people's first thought. They're like, yo, how that shit would be in Call of Duty, bro. Yo, Call of Duty, Battle Royale, Call of Duty. Yo, they got it. And arguably, Black Ops has been the most popular out of all the Call of Duties. That's the one most people gravitate to, the Black Ops one. You know what I'm saying? Because you have all the Infinite Warfare and all that other shit. But when Black Ops come out, a lot of people correlate to that one. You know, so it came out at the perfect time doing the whole Battle Royale mode with Black Ops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and again, I just think that, hey, I'm saying this, there's no such thing as bad press. People talking about it. I see the aim. Shout out to my dude, Griffin Gaming. I guess he's not for the ladies on the cover. He put sick of this shit here. But you know what I mean? We shall see. I think a title like, what do you call it? Battlefield, was it 5 we on now?
Yeah.
It's gonna have legs and it's gonna continue to sell. It's gonna drop down like $30 around the holiday. Everybody's gonna buy that bitch in boatload. You know, but it's never gonna outsell Call of Duty. Because to be honest with you, they cater to two different crowds. You got some diehard Battlefield guys that hate Call of Duty. Call of Duty is more for the casuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick up an arcade and go. And where as Battlefield is more strategic, got this big map, you get dropped off way across 40 miles away. You got to meet in the middle. You know what I mean?
When you play Battlefield, you playing for the long haul.
Yeah, for one match can take an hour. You know what I mean? 45 minutes or some shit.
Yeah, you're not playing to try to get 100 kills or shit like that. You know, it's not that type of game. Like one game of Battlefield, you probably would have knocked out 3 or 4 in Call of Duty. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of do. So it's pick up and play. You know, it's pick up and play. You spray. You know, you shoot from the hip. You jump off. You go. Brrr, you do all this weird shit. Throw chuck grenades and get like 5 kills. You do weird shit in Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? It's quick, whatever. Battlefield, motherfuckers. You know, you can't just run around because then you got a tank blowing your ass or running you over. You know, it's more like you said. It's more strategic. You know. Is more thing, you know, there's a lot more to do and stuff like that. So, and that's why Call of Duty always sells, man. The game always sells. So I never, you know, people be like, oh, Battlefield's going to lose to Call of Duty because of the SJW ruined the game. That ain't it. Call of Duty, like the only game I think that could legitimately outsell Call of Duty would be Red Dead. That's the only thing I could think of. You understand what I'm saying? That's the, and in my opinion, Rockstar limited themselves by not putting it on PC day one. I'm sure it's going to come eventually. I just don't see why they did that. You know, sometimes people do weird shit. I really don't understand why it's not on PC day one. While Call of Duty, it's on PC day one. It's on 3 platforms day one. So everybody's going to be playing that. I think Red Dead's going to be huge.
But it sells far more on consoles than it does on
I just don't know. But I think it does enough on PC because, you know what I'm saying? It's all x86 architecture. I don't think the days of porting being expensive, I think is an old philosophy, because back then consoles were powered PC architecture, so even porting between consoles was a bitch. You understand? Like trying to port a game from PS2 to Xbox or Xbox to PS2 was a bitch because 2 totally different architectures, right? And both consoles were powered PC while PC was x86. So you have all these differences which made porting expensive. Now, let's be honest, PlayStation and Xbox are really PCs. They're pre-built PCs with their own dedicated operating system. That's really what they are. They have their own unique OS. But at the end of the day, it's x86 architecture with a GPU, CPU, and a motherfucking RAM.
So you know what? Though? To be fair, they're smart by doing that because they don't get motherfuckers a double dip. We put on console, gaming, PC again.
Because that is true. PC gamers will double dip. Like they'll buy it on console because they want to play the game, right? But then a year later, they release on PC. PC gamers will buy it because now they want to play the game with 100 frames. Or, you know, then they want to start doing their nude mods and texture mods and all that other shit. You know, they're going to do the things that they couldn't do on console. So, yeah, PC gamers will double dip on that shit.
Like a motherfucker.
Yo, even some PC gamers are straight up saying, yeah, you ain't going to get me twice, Rockstar. I'm just going to wait. Because that's what happened with Grand Theft Auto.
Shit,
motherfuckers bought Grand Theft Auto. Right? And then they released on PC. So then they bought it again on PC just to get the better frames, textures, 4K. And they're like, yo, you ain't getting me twice, Rockstar. I'm gonna wait.
You never get me.
You ain't getting me. Yo, you ain't getting me this time, motherfucker. I got my 1080 Ti.
Hold up, yo. Yeah, Grant, what was I supposed to do? Get choked unconscious?
Oh shit. Yo, so what other shit is out? What other shit is out that people
we covered the SJW. We stomped the shit out of Spider-Man.
Okay. What else?
How about this? Predictions.
Okay. All right.
Do you think that Spider-Man will get a higher Metacritic score than Red Dead Redemption?
I'm gonna say no. I'm you know, if this was the multiplayer podcast, I would fucking fanboy out. You know what I'm saying? If you were to ask me that question on multiplayer, you know, I would do my fanboy shit. But here on this show, no, I don't think so. I think Rockstar, you know, because here's the thing with Rockstar, man, because they take so fucking long with making a game, but when it does come out, everybody's like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the magic of Rockstar. And plus, they're so fucking good at what they do. When they make an open world game, like, god damn, bro. They really know how to pack that fucking world with just content. Like, yo, I remember playing Red Dead, right? And I decided to just like, you know, normally you stay on the roads to get to point A, point B. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just travel through places that, you know, that has no roads, whatever. And I remember I'm riding my horse and there was this dude in a campfire and it activated a mission out of the blue. I'm like, oh shit. Ultimately, long story short, the dude was a cannibal killing people.
Right.
You know, that's the shit. And most people don't even know about it. Like, I was talking about it in forums and people are like, Porter, what the fuck are you talking about? So then I had to I would take a picture and upload it and I'll be like, circle. I'll be like, go here. So people will go there and they're like, oh shit. That's what Rockstar does, bro. Like, you could play a game and you could miss on so much stories and missions without realizing it. Because, yo, they really make that world alive, bro. And because of that, that shit always gets like a 96, 97, 98, 99 rated game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, how about this then?
Spider-Man, I'll say this, the crutch behind Spider-Man, as good as the game is going to be, it has its limits. And the limit is it's a Spider-Man game. So you can't, how can I put it? Let's say like God of War, right? God of War has no canon. So Cory Barlog could do what the hell he want with God of War. Like you know how they changed God of War up and everybody had a problem. It's not like the old God of War. They ruined the franchise. Oh my God, boo-hoo-hoo. I'm not buying it. It looks like rice. And K Maker, I'm not down with the Z. I just can't. You know,
I'm not buying it. I don't care what you say, Z. I'm not buying it.
I respect other people getting it, but I'm not down with it. This is not the game. It's not the game I grew up on.
I'm not buying it, Z. That's my opinion.
No, it's my opinion. You know, and that's all fact. You know, there's no canon behind. You know, there's no canon. And then next, you know, yo, he's showing hold on. And my man
was crazy, bro.
My man showing more gameplay of Spider-Man on Twitter than any other Xbox game. Yo, that dude was loving that shit.
I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. Those are spooky jokers of the BGST. No, see, hold on now. See, no, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? There's something about it. I mean, there's no jump button. Now you got this.
The combat. They took out the chain blades.
He said him having a child changed the dynamic of the game. I'm not used to that. You know. Now, God of War 3 was my shit. You beat God of War 3. I didn't get a chance to. So what happened?
My man was ragging on the kid, right? Everybody was ragging.
Oh my God.
They're ragging on the kid Atreus. They're like, yo, now he's gonna be softer. Yo, that kid's more vicious than other game characters, bro.
I said that, yo. I said that. Wait, especially when Kratos go into that little time warp to meet in Aldenheim.
Yeah.
And he's like, where were you?
And you left me alone. And Kratos looking around, bodies stacked everywhere. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But yo, that shit was mad funny. Like, it's easy, you know, it's just not what I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean, they Sony, they're doing too much. They're placating to the single fathers out there. And I'm just not with it, you know. Yeah, that shit was crazy, yo. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. People don't give me credit. They don't know how talented I am to sit through some of them goddamn podcasts with some of that goddamn and me not just bust the fuck out and just start laughing. That's always been a fucking talent of mine to put a battery smooth with a motherfucker back. Like, see, why you always let them over talk you and be just listen. I love because everything they say can
it will be used against them.
Play the show. There's always a fucking method behind my madness, man. I let them go sound like crazy shit. Yeah, I'm just not with it. Like, come on, Paul. Okay, man, what are you saying? Z, I will not play it. Then that's my.
If other people like it, that is their opinion. Z, that's okay. But this is me and what I do with my money, Z. It's just my opinion. I don't like it.
Well, I'd like to thank Theodore Ellis III for buying me God of War 3. Who the fuck's gonna put that goddamn copy of the game for him? That's what the fuck going on here, man. This shit crazy, man. This guy bless his soul.
Oh shit! But the point was, God of War had no canon, right? So Cory Barlow can make any changes he wants, and you can never tie it. You can never, how would I put it? You can't knock it. So ultimately, when the new God of War came out, hell, this shit's better than the old ones. You can't really do that with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, there's certain things you have to stay true to. One, the city. Like, you can't make Spider-Man in Miami or Los Angeles. You can't change that environment. Spider-Man's tied to New York, and New York don't change. You got the Empire State Building. You got motherfuckers walking the streets in Tim boots. You got the subway system. You can make the city look better than any other previous city, but it's still New York City. It is what it is, You got the same enemies. You can't really change that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be swinging from place to place. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you could do is take the core structure of Spider-Man and try to make it the best that people ever seen. But at the end of the day, you're still swinging through the city. What they got to try to do is they try to make the traversal part of Spider-Man the most fluid, the most fun that it can. But make no mistake, you're still swinging through the city. You understand what I'm saying? With God of War, you saw the combat. That motherfucker was off the chain, bro. The combat in new God of War, I can't go back to the old one. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Red Dead, Rockstar has no boundaries with Red Dead. There's no limits to what they could do. They don't, even though they release Red Dead Redemption, the first one, they could make so many changes and improvements that they're not bound by any structure. So they could literally do so much with that game that it could go 97, 98 Metacritic score. While Spider-Man, I don't think a Spider-Man game will ever be a 98 because you're not going to get those drastic changes. You're going to get web slinging, climb up the wall, shoot a spider web, face the same enemies. So I think at best, any Spider-Man game, I think the very best Spider-Man games will probably cap out at 94 meta, 93 meta, while Red Dead, that shit could easily be 98, 97.
Okay, here's the thing, though. Let me flip it, okay? Which title would you enjoy playing more this holiday season?
Oh, I think I'll be honest. I think it's going to be Spider-Man.
I mean, too.
Because I think just swinging through the city, just doing crazy shit is going to be fucking fun as fuck. Because I seen the videos of what people are doing. My man's just running up, swinging, and he's just, I'm like, man, this shit is dope. Yeah. I'm looking at the fucking thing. I'm like, I'll be honest, bro. Like, this shit reminded me when I saw Batman Arkham Knight, bro. When I saw Batman Arkham Knight, right? And the dude jumped off the building and he fucking went inside his Batmobile and drove off. I was like, what? I'm like, I was practicing that shit like for like hours, fucking running around the city with that, doing that shit. Or jumping off, or jumping out of the vehicle, gliding in through the air, zip lining. And I found that shit fun, bro. So I think more enjoyable is gonna be Spider-Man for me, simply because I think this game is gonna bring out shit I couldn't get from other Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I played the other Spider-Mans, but I just played it. I didn't really think much about the web slinging and all that. It was there. This motherfucker though, it's gonna be big, bro.
Yeah, it's like I said again. It's just an exciting time for gaming. I mean, I'll be close to show this. All right, so me myself also, I think I'm gonna have more fun playing Spider-Man. This holiday season, you got Tomb Raider, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption, Destiny 2, Battlefield, Call of Duty. Am I missing something? And what? That's it, right?
Yeah, Destiny Forsaken, which comes out in September. You got Battlefield.
What is Porter Rock playing this holiday season?
this holiday season, I'm getting Red Dead and Spider-Man Day 1.
Okay.
Shadow Tomb Raider, I'll probably get it during Black Friday when it's half off. Because that's how I got the last one. It always, for some reason, that shit goes half off real quick.
A lot of games do, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of games. So I'll get that on the cheap. Black Ops, I'll probably get Battlefield anyway because it has a single player story. So I'll probably get that. Black Ops, I'm not sure because I haven't really invested in Call of Duty multiplayer. I haven't. So it really comes down to my friends on PlayStation. If I have a lot of friends and they egg me on and they just keep sending me invites, I'll probably do it just to fuck around with them. You know what I'm saying? And rock out with them. But other than that, I'm not too interested. Like I would have bought Call of Duty if it had a story, because so far I played all the single player campaigns of Call of Duty because they're big budget blockbuster single player campaign. I love. Maybe I'm one of the few, but I love Call of Duty single player because they're over the top, dramatic, fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Rambo shit. And I love those single player stories. I love that dramatic, over the top shit that they do. But the fact that it doesn't have it, I really doesn't have anything for me. But if enough of my friends are pushing me to get it, I'll probably get it just to play with them and shit like that. It just depends. But definitely Red Dead, and Spider-Man. By far. Oh, and then not Blockbuster, but I'm gonna get Fist of the North Star.
I gotta see a video on that. They got a new one?
Yeah. So I don't know if they have a new video, but I've been watching the Japanese ones, and they're localizing it with English and with English voiceovers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I had that for my Genesis back then.
Yeah, man. I remember the anime, bro. I'm gonna tell you. So Fist of the North Star was the first anime I ever saw. Right? This was like the 90s. I was like 13 years old, right? Yeah. So I was like, yo, these cartoons are ill, right? Then the next anime I saw was Ninja Scroll. So after seeing those two, I'm like, yo, these animes are dope and shit. So I'm thinking I was going to get into it. Then somebody fucked it up for me, right? Because somebody showed me an anime called Legend of the Overfiend.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's with demons and all that shit. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got it. I put it in my room, right? Luckily, my mom was in the kitchen cooking, whatever. But in my head, I'm thinking it's an anime, just like anything else. Yo, this fucking anime deals with demons with 10 dicks, fucking chicks, bro. Yo, I took that shit out of my shit so fast. My VHS player. Yo, if my mom would have caught me watching that ass whooping, I would have. Yo, this dude like unzipped his pants, and you see like 10 tentacle dicks come out, and he's fucking like 10 chicks. I'm like, I was like, I'm looking in the kitchen.
Yo, how much is this game? It's not help us not.
Oh, it's a movie. No. Oh, wow. Fist of North Star?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be $60. I don't know. Yo, but when I saw that Legend of Overfiend shit, I'm like, I'm done. I had to get rid of that. I gave it to my cousin. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna show you something, bro. You want to see some crazy porn shit? Yo, and then I learned, that's called hentai. But I didn't know that shit at the time. And motherfuckers didn't warn me either. He's like, oh, you like anime? Here, he gave me the VHS. It's called Legend of Overfiend. I'm like, all right, cool. And motherfuckers like fucking chicks. And like literally, like the dick will get so huge, it will rip people in half. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yo, that's it. And then after that, I never went back to that shit again. I never went back to that shit.
I had this shit on my Genesis back in the day. No Star. This is we talking about back in like 80. I was in fourth or fifth grade.
No, that's just old.
Yeah, I was in seventh grade. I was in seventh grade. 7th to 8th grade. I had got Fist of the North Star. That was like 90 or some shit like that. 91. I'm looking at it now. He still got the thing where the head explodes.
Yeah, you're already dead. That anime was wild, bro. I was like, yo, this motherfucker punch something.
Anime. I'll tell people, listen, check it out, man. I'm showing my age. Pokemon didn't become the success that it was, so it came stateside, but they had to water it down. When they was getting in Japan, what we was getting over here, like it was just too far. It was too edgy. All that shit. They had to water it down for our audiences over here. I'll tell people, they don't put up shit in me. Look at some of them old Pokemon joints before they came stateside. You see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Let me pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. Shout out to Outlaw 2120, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, "What's your game of the year?" PR77, NextGen720.
My game of the year thus far, or is he asking what I think is going to be game of the year?
Let's do both. Let's do what's our personal thus far.
Listen, how much did he donate?
He donated $5.
Grand opening grand for $5, $2.50 a question. I'm gonna give you my game thus far and so far. I think my game of the year, believe it or not, what I enjoy, and you might guys may think this is kind of, but I've gotten. Let me see. I got more from emotionally believing that I was playing Detroit. I say this shit again. I love goddamn God of War. I just knew Kratos was a hell of a father, right? This is Beyonce. But fucking Detroit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Pulled at my heartstrings, man.
Yo,
and if I had to, what I think is gonna be to me a game of the year, again, it's maybe Spiderman. To me,
interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. Detroit was fucking badass.
Oh, did you? I didn't know you got Detroit. Did you get?
I beat. Oh hell, fucking yeah! Who you talking?
I didn't know that.
I beat Detroit, bro. Yeah. Fucking yo, the fucking choices is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, fucking the little girl died on me. Fuck.
Yeah. I
didn't make it alive. In fact, all of them died. Like, well, at least the maid, the house nanny.
She lived.
Yeah, no, the black dude died. The nanny. Oh no, she survived. The black dude died, and the little girl died.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to die.
No,
he can live too.
There's way. There's a way everybody can survive and shit. And then there's a way where everybody just gets all fucked up. That's what's crazy. All the choices, and then there's choices that you make that if you don't make it, it doesn't unlock other scenes and events that you play. It's crazy. Like, yo, there's a lot of shit to that game. Yo, but that game, like, yo, like the one that pulled at my heartstrings was the domestic one. Like, yo, that father was an asshole, bro, to his daughter.
Oh,
like,
I killed him.
I shot the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I heard he had to die. He was gonna die anyway from an overdose or something. I heard he had to kill him.
It's crazy, bro. Yo, so them dudes, you know, that was a good game. But I'm gonna be honest, I think God of War. So far, my game of the year is God of War, because my God, bro, fuck, man, that game, bro, that game is so fucking good. Now, what do I think is gonna be game of the year? I think it's gonna be between Red Dead and God of War. I think it's well, it depends. If we're talking about the game of the year show that we all watch with what's that dude's name? Fuck.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley. If we're talking about that specific show, it's gonna be between them two. And I think it might be more Red Dead. The only advantage I give God of War over Red Dead for that show is because of the dramatic difference Santa Monica went with. You know, they went out of the box. While Red Dead, it may not be out of the box. It might be great and super, but it might tie the same formula. So it depends on the judges, what they appreciate more. If they appreciate the fact that Santa Monica completely flipped the script, you know, it kind of reminds me of Metroid Prime when Nintendo made Metroid Prime and it won Game of the Year. It won Metroid Prime because they went completely different formula of the 2D Metroid series. They completely took a chance. A lot of people were bashing it. Oh, they're making Metroid Prime into a first-person shooter to cater to the dude bros. But when the game came out and people played it, they saw how far advanced they took the game, the franchise, right? Same thing with God of War. They took the franchise to the next level. Like, you can't go back. You just can't. God of War is at a new level now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a new level. It's just how it is. That's where God of War is at. You can't go back to the old shit. That shit is done. That shit's buried. You know, relive the memories. That's about it. But you can't. The next God of War can't use the old formula. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the only advantage I give if God of War does win Game of the Year at the Game Awards, is because they took it to the next level. And as good as Red Dead could be, is more Red Dead, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I got to give it to I think we're just gonna say, for me, my game of the year, I think is gonna be maybe between Spider-Man. I go between Spider-Man, God of War, and Detroit. I mean, personally, but what do I think is going to get it?
You ain't got to see a Thieves up in there?
Let's fuck out of here. I think that Red Dead is going to get it overall, the commercial appeal.
That shit is huge. Now, here's the deal. So they took out the Kraken.
Oh, shit.
Because motherfuckers posted on Twitter the list of improvements. And for like the second month in a row or whatever, second improvement, they said the Kraken is still removed due to issues. Whatever. I'm like, wait a minute. It's only 4 tentacles.
Hey, listen here, man. Them 11 dicks. Them 11 dicks was deadly, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Them 11 dicks was deadly.
Yo, what issues can you have with 4 tentacles. Like, yo, why you jump in the water, Z? What business you have in the water?
I'm 11 dicks were deadly, bro.
Yo, that shit is crazy, bro. So what you think? Yo, so did you try to hop on Sea of Thieves with the new updates or whatever?
I value my life. I'm not playing that dog shit.
Oh shit, man. All right. So that's it, yo. All right, so we cut it. So what else? Anything else, man? I know Gamescom's happening.
Gamescom's happening in next week. Next week.
Next week, man. Is Microsoft doing an event?
They supposed to have something like an Inside Xbox or something. So, but it's tomorrow.
Oh shit. Oh, the Inside Xbox tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Tomorrow. You can watch Gamescom tomorrow.
I'm not fucking.
It may be too late.
I'd rather just fucking sleep than watch Inside Xbox.
Hey man, it'd be for good talk. I'll be going live doing games. I'll be doing it live.
So what are you hoping for? What are you expecting?
What am I? Listen, real ultra side. What am I hoping for? I'm hoping to see something from Fable 4. Maybe I know this is just me. This is wishing dreams. I'm not gonna pull a K Mega. I'm looking for Killer Instinct mashup between that and Mortal Kombat. That's my prediction. No. I want to see
Killer Instinct 2 made by NetherRealms.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to see something that I don't know anything about. A AAA game that I didn't know anything about that may appeal to me. You know what I mean? Third-person action, horror, whatever, storytelling, something along those lines. I don't want to see another shooter. I don't want to see another open world siege strategy game, another RTS now. Keep that shit.
All right. Me, I believe. Well, Sony's not doing nothing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're going to see the Xbox Elite Controller too.
Oh, shit. So let me ask you this. How do you feel about the rumors of the Elite Controller 2 having packed-in battery?
You know, but here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. I've never been one to about the batteries.
Were you ever one of those dudes where...
No, but I'm going to be honest with you. To be fair, my new God of War 4 controller, shout out to Trade Kratos too. My shit died, bro.
Oh, did you reset it or you had to get a new one?
Shit ain't come back on, bro, at all.
Oh, shit.
Shit ain't come back on. That bitch ain't come back on. That was it, Chief. Battery died in that bitch.
Oh, Kratos got you a new one? He copped you a new one?
Yeah, he got me. Kratos, shout out to Kratos, man. He hooked the brother up.
My man, Kratos, bro.
Hook the true fuck nigga up, such as myself, man. And yeah, sent me another one. I'm like, God damn, my man. See, when I signed that pony contract, man.
That's it. We take care of you. You know, we gotta make sure you play these games.
Hey, yo, all from Xbox got all got well wishes and hugs. All right, don't worry about it. Just drink a lot of water. Some apple cider vinegar that'll help with the diabetes.
You know, just remember, Z, below the waist, foot powder. Above the waist, Motrin. Motherfucking your medical advice. Below the waist, foot powder. Above the waist, Motrin. And you good. Oh, shit. That's cool. All right. That's what's up, man. I think we could cut it from here. I got to start setting up a live stream. Well, I'm not setting up. Lincoln Clay, we're doing a tiebreaker in MLB The Show 2018. It's gonna be on his channel and fucking, you know what I'm saying? He about to catch some smoke. He's gonna get the smoke. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing?
Hold up. Did you and Bear never play?
What? Yeah, we play. He beat me.
Why stream this shit? Like, what do you think? You niggas
I don't stream.
What? So why I didn't fucking stream? You could have logged into my account and stream for. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I didn't know. Fucking just give me the goddamn money. Yo, that shit would be funny. I log on to your shit, right? Motherfuckers like, who's Zaire? Then they see me. Who the fuck is this Puerto Rican motherfucker? Where's Zaire at? They'll probably be tweeting you. Yo, Puerto Rico hacked your account. I'm gonna be on your shit. Grand opening, grand closing. This is my Twitch now. I run this shit.
Yeah, you know I hopped into his show last week. Fuck all that. What's happening?
I saw that shit. Yo, that shit was funny. Yo, I saw him his AGS. He's like, who sent this fuck nigga the tweet? Who sent this motherfucker this link, man? Like, come on, man. Yo, that shit was funny, bro. I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If you and fucking Heartache have a show, that shit will rip the internet, you asshole. That shit's like Boston versus Yankees. Fucking prime time, bro. That shit, yo. When I saw that shit, I honestly thought you were gonna stick around. I'm like, this shit is gonna be the biggest shit ever on podcasting. Like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy, bro. I'm like,
Don't get along, man.
up. I saw that shit on Drakecore tweeted that shit out. I'm like, yo, these Drakecore, they got that shit on.
They be having bro. Hey, yo, I remember. Hold up, we go. I remember. I remember when I was high as goddamn Cooter Brown. I hopped on Jimmy's show when Jimmy called my house 6 o'clock in the morning, right? hey, yo, one of the Draco niggas, man. And so then, I don't know, Jimmy fucking left the fucking show, so it was just me, and then I left. So then, I'm not this nigga name. What's the name? The Resurrection was like, yeah, I don't know what happened to Jimmy. Jimmy didn't crashed out and shit. So I hopped back in, right? So I gave the Draco niggas a link. So they came in. How did these niggas get in here? These niggas is dope. It's like I'm out of here, man. You don't get these niggas the link. It's like, yo, niggas scared to death from Draco.
Yo, for real. Once you drop a link on Draco, that's it, bro. Yo, that motherfuckers is legion. There are many of us. Yo, you can't mess with Draco. You know, that's it. That's it. Once Draco got a hold of you, you just fall back. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
You know.
Fucking much, man.
Yo, you can't stop them. You can only contain them.
They ain't got no face. Like, who the fuck is there? Just so many of them motherfuckers?
Yeah, like that's true. Like, who's Draco? You have no idea, bro. They're fucking there are many of them, so you gotta leave them alone. They will get you, bro. But that shit's crazy, man. But anyway, yo, that's it, man. We're gonna kick it off. We're gonna stop it right here. Next week we're gonna drop it off in Zair's channel and talk about more fuckery.
Yeah, we back at it next week. Next week, we back at it with 1 o'clock again. 1 o'clock. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Next week. You know, you caught up on Power? You catch all your shows on Power?
No, I heard the Mooch and Crab moved their shit from Sundays to Thursdays.
Oh yeah,
I told you Sunday will be ours. Didn't I tell you? Yeah. This shit's ours.
Hey, yo, it's ours, man. It's ours, baby. It's the Mooch and Crab morning show. Grand opening and grand closing.
I told you. Fuck it. This shit's gonna be ours. We own Sunday. Oh, anyway, man. Yo, we out here. Thanks for rocking out. Of course, check out Z's. He's putting out crazy content for you. From streaming, whooping people's ass in football. Yeah. Fucking raging, quit, rage quitting. You get that shit was funny, bro. Yo, that shit when you put that shit up, yo, that shit you were in your bag on that one. Fuck you, Tech. Fuck everybody in the chat, yo. Yo, he Wally. He subscribed to your channel. He's like, yo, this dude, I'm subscribing right now, bro. Yo, cause that shit was real. You're like, I ain't gotta put up with this shit.
Hey, yo,
somebody give me a bottle of goddamn water. Hey, I ain't got to fuck you too, T-Tech.
Yo, I don't like to lose, bro.
Yo, I don't like to lose. I ain't got to put up with this shit. And he's like, you ain't doing me like that. Fucking, you want crossplay. You ain't doing me like that.
Hey, yo, that was ridiculous, man. Y'all don't want crossplay? Oh, shit. Well, this one, you could do like this live on air.
He's like, you ain't doing me like that. For my people, for my audience. Fucking, you want crossplay.
Also, listen, we put my link. Check it out. This is at least one. I'm not saying Puerto Rock. The multiplayer podcast was in 2 parts. The shit crashed, but that's one link. Also, too, if you're not following me on Twitter, I'm leaving a link to you in my Twitter. Come talk to me. I just use when everybody follow me, I follow them back. Say what's up. As long as they don't know weird shit, we can talk gaming, we can troll, we can pop shit. As long as you don't cross the line with no racism shit or no kids, we can bug the fuck out and have fun. This is the link to my Twitter. Follow me, bug the fuck out, and I'm about to put together a dog show myself, and I'll be back on Twitch tonight, yo. So thank you, shout out, rocking out with us live. Me and my brother P Diddy named them pretty. We back during the week. So what time do you do the 60 frames look like?
Man, I haven't been because normally it would go Thursdays at like 4 p.m. Eastern, but it depends if I could get the people or not, because the hours and shit like that. So it's sporadic.
Yeah, it's sporadic.
But it is what, but usually we'll go Thursdays 4 p.m. if it's done. Okay. Green opening, green closing. You know what I'm saying? All right.
We out of here. Bang.